Mr. Ketan Sanjay Desle. Sir has 9 years of teaching experience. He is a very dynamic, dashing personality working as digital marketing head for Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust. Sir has received Young Leadership in Education Award in 2019, which was conferred by auspicious hands of Dr. H.K. Sardana, who is Chief Scientist at CSIR. Sir, apart from his technical knowledge, is very actively involved in digital marketing and has knowledge of all digital platforms which are known and which are present in the world. Sir is having very good student rapport. He is a dedicated teacher by heart and he is involved in NSS activities by social commitment. He is fond of writing blogs even. Without wasting much of the time, I will cut short. There is much to say about Ketan Desle sir, but I'll cut short it and rather than coming in between participants and Ketan sir, I would like to hand over the session to Ketan sir. Over to Ketan sir.
Thank you, sir, for this nice introduction. So, good evening, all. So, as per the agenda and as per the theme of this workshop, today we are going to start with the basic part of starting your web development. Rather, we will focus more on the website development. So, I hope my screen is visible to everyone and I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, with this topic, we'll have this agenda in next 1 hour, where we will first focus on some light has been thrown by Dr. Thepde on the why we require the website and how to develop it and all. And then we'll have some task. I have divided the HTML, CSS this into some tasks, and slowly we'll see this. And at the end, you will see you can have your own domain or the theme specific website ready. Okay, so as we all know, to run any business and in this pandemic situation, the very first source of your identity is your website. And so for every, whether it is any domain, whether it is education or any particular business, from mechanical domain, software domain, your website will tell about you. And what it gives you the ease of access for the visitors. Okay, cost wise, again, yes, it is very lowest and up to the mark. Means you can see where your money is being invested and what output you are getting by the website. Okay, then it is not only limited to your restricted area. It is visible in your own local area only, in, for example, in Pune only or Pimpri Chinchwad only. So you are getting the visibility all over the world. Okay, so and last, if you have that particular web presence in a very systematic manner, it will reflect your professionalism of showing the information about any particular business. Okay, so to start with a website, what we require only 2 skills. First one is your visual skill, means how you want your information should be visible to the others. Okay, so it covers your visual aspect. And interaction is something the user should feel ki, yes, I'm interacting with that respective business or that person individually. And this is something what I personally feel is the core and the basics of any particular website design. And to proceed with this, what I think HTML and CSS are very basic and core languages, where you will learn how your particular web pages are being designed and developed. Okay, so we'll focus and we'll start with the HTML first. It is a markup language. Its full form is hypertext markup language. Okay, you can say it as a standard markup language for creating web pages. What it does or it describes the structure of your web page. Now, when I'm focusing on a structure, it specifically focused on the arrangement of the different information on your web page. Okay, and that is nothing but the elements in terms of language, HTML language. So why these elements or these tags are useful? These elements and tags will help you to display your content on your web or on your browser. So overall, this is all about your HTML. Now, this is something the core part, or I will not say the basic part of any HTML file. So your HTML file will start with the tag or the declaration rather, I will say, ki what is the document type of that file. So doc type is the word, and the syntax is like in angle bracket, you will mention that exclamatory mark and doc type space, it is HTML file. So as per various markup languages, the syntax may vary and your the particular language may vary, because HTML we have, like we have PHP also. In PHP the syntax will be different, but the structure and the what you say, the output will be same. Means only PHP will give you more feasibility, more tools and elements with respect to HTML. Okay. Now HTML is when I'm referring a tag, or it means anything which is written in angle bracket. So I'm just highlighting. So this HTML is nothing but a tag. Head is nothing but a tag. Then this body is one tag. Starting also. So if you see, mostly all syntactical thing of HTML is covered in a tag. Okay, so as per the requirement, as per the output you want, there are various tags available in HTML. Okay, so HTML tag is something which you will require, because it is considered as the root tag of any file. So anything within that tag, if you see a tag which is having a opening, this is called as opening tag, and it can be ended with this angle bracket slash HTML. When the tag which is open can be closed like this. So those who are from a computer background, they may understand ki if you open any function, so curly bracket, opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket for any function. Same thing here, a tag can be opened like this and it can be ended like this. So what you want, so whatever elements now or tags you will use, it should present in between this HTML opening and closing tag. Anything outside this ending tag of HTML will not reflect on your page. आपके वेब पेज में वो रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं होगा. Then next one is head tag. Head is nothing but the header. जैसे अभी header का एक definition क्या है कि it will store the summarize information about your page. Similar way से आपका ये head tag यहाँ पे work होता है. So head is what it is storing the title, meta title, then many tags related to the SEO, search engine optimization. All that is being reflected in your head tag. Now, if you come to the look and feel wala part, then head, whatever you will include in the head will not be part of your web page. Okay, will not be except your title. Title is visible. I will show you the demo as well. So title is visible, but anything apart from that, with respect to the SEO elements or any other thing, it's not, because many JavaScript code can be included in head. Many of the Google code can be embedded in this head tag, or Facebook pixels or any. So this can be the part of your head. Now, next important is your body tag. So in whatever information you want to show as a part of your web page, that should be part of your body tag. Okay, so body will cover your remaining arrangement of the data. Okay, so we'll have a diagrammatic representation also. I will show you how the file is being arranged. So this is nothing but the structure of your HTML file, any HTML file. Okay, so just now we have seen any tag, how it contains. Starting means that tag name, starting tag, then whatever the relevant content according to the tag, and the ending of that tag. Okay, so here are few examples like header tag H1. It can be opened and closed in like first column and third column. There are some very few. There are few tags where only opening tag is supported. No any specific closing or ending tag is there. For example, break. This third tag BR. What it does, break is for introducing one new line in your file. If you want some spacing in between the paragraph, include break as many as you want. Suppose I want 2 lines in between 2 paragraphs, blank lines. So I will include break 2 times. So this is how your break tag will work. So starting tag and ending tag. This is how your mostly 95% tags are like they're having starting and ending thing. So just now we discussed, this is just the structure. HTML, whatever your content, it should present in HTML tag, opening and closing. Then header and body section are the 2 important things, where now further things, whatever we will see, that can be either part of head or part of body. Mostly we are going to see the elements or the tags which are supported or which you can include in body tag. Okay, so I hope the structure of the HTML page is clear, because first we focus on structure so that you will come to know where means whatever tags now we will see where you have to write that. Okay, so let's start with the task where first we will work on the text content, because text also we are having too much and too many operations to perform. So though I will just suggest one simple experiment कि whatever here we will see ना just correlate it with the Word document, Microsoft Word. जो भी हम वहाँ पे in a easier way से करते, here we are doing it in a tag way, means like bold, italics, strike, underline and all. So I will give reference at all the instances, but just have that impression of or comparison of Word editor with you. Okay, so text formatting, you can name it as heading. HTML heading tags are there, some paragraph tags are there, and other formatting related. Just now I have mentioned key italics, bold, and all other things. Okay, so HTML supports total 6 different heading tags, H1 to H6. Now, what is the difference in that? On left side, I have shown you the how that tag should be written, and on right side the equivalent output of that. For example, so H1 to H6 first I will clear that they will vary as per their size of the font. Okay, font size. Suppose I want my title should be in this heading standard size. If you want to use any standard size of HTML supported tags, then this H1 to H6 header tag you can use. Okay, so H1 being the higher font size and H6 being the lowest font size. So these are the standards. So the second question can be, can we have the customized font size? Yes, it is possible. That is possible with CSS. So cascading style sheet will give you, suppose I want font size of 42 pixel. Yes, it is possible. It is in CSS. But if you want the standard size to be used, so these are the H1 to H6. Why to use this? If both options are available, it is important in search engine optimization. Because SEO, any page, if it is checked for SEO, then it is checked how many H1 tags are there, H2, H6, up to H1 to H6. So there should be minimum H1 tags, maximum other remaining tags, because there should not be only headings in your web page. The simple logic is applied. Paragraph, yes, if I want to show some information or the represent some information in a paragraph kind of thing, I have the tag, which can be, your paragraph can be multi-line. Okay, header and paragraph my difference is like key in header your information can be of one line, or rather it has to be of one line. Okay, you may have some 2-line 3-line headers, but ideally whatever you want to include as a header, it should be of one line. So if you are having 2-3 multiple lines, so that many header tags we need to use. But if you are having a data which is more than 5-10 lines, then it should be included in paragraph tag. Okay, so this is how your paragraph tag can be. P is the tag name and ending. So at the end of that respective block, you can close the respective paragraph tag. Okay, now major tags or the elements which we will see, it is covered in this text formatting. Okay, now assume that whatever information you have and you want to have some kind of different representation. So what type of different representation? For example, if you want to make that some text as a bold. Okay, so what I will do, if I want this line, this text is bold in a bold style, then I will include that much into this bold tag. So opening tag and closing tag again for bold. Bold and strong, both are output wise it is similar. Okay, so it is output में आपको कोई difference नहीं मिलेगा. Okay, whatever your representation, your content between these two tags, it will be reflected as bold only, but small difference again it is with respect to the SEO. Okay, then we have italics also. The tag name is I, small I, opening, closing, whatever text you want as a part of the this, it should be shown in italics, so you can write it like this. So is it possible ki paragraph mein one of the or 2-3 words only we need to make bold or italic? Yes, it is absolutely possible. So in a paragraph tag, you can include these tags. So if you see, it will follow the nesting kind of structure. Okay. Similarly, italics and emphasized are having same output. So whatever you will include in emphasize tag, it is reflected, or it is output wise, it will be displayed in italics. Okay. Some other things are like, if you want to highlight some words, then you can use mark tag. Okay. So in this example, if you see, do not forget to buy milk, I want to highlight only milk. So before milk and after milk, that respective tag should come, and paragraph can be as it is. So in a paragraph, you can have all these text formatting tags can be arranged. Okay. If you want some text should be in a small font, then or that particular word or this line in a font size should be small, you can use that small as a tag. Okay. If you want to have rubbing effect, or the if it is not like striking effect as compared to the word, in word editor the name is strike. Okay. For that effect, here the particular tag name is delete, del. Okay. So that word will occur like it has been roughed by you. So many times you see the conference websites and the deadline is extended, so previous deadline, so they are putting some mark on it. So yes, you can do with this delete as your tag. Okay. Then yes, some of the other formatting like superscript, subscript, or inserting any particular thing, or inserting, or rather I will say it as an underline. So here the tag name is insert, but it will have the similar effect as your underline. In Microsoft Word, we have that underline option. So yes, you can underline any specific word in a sentence using this ins tag. Okay. Then superscript, subscript, the respective tabs are like sub is for subscript and sup is for superscript. Both the tags are having opening and closing structure. Okay. So whatever text or the data you want to highlight in or show in that format, superscript and subscript, you can use the respective tag for it. Okay. So this is how the first task I have just focused on. First we have seen the structure. Now we know that there is head, there is body section, and we need to include it in a HTML. So inside body now we are adding the content. Okay. वो content में सबसे basic content हमारे पास available is text. So how to format that text? All possible. It is not all complete, but mostly used or most widely used all formatting tags we have seen. Now we will move towards the next thing, where consider your one page is ready. Okay. So एक web page आपका ready है, and now you want to work on second page, and there should be some hyperlinking between the two, or there is one option where you want someone should click on that and it should redirect to the specific website. Okay. So it is called as hyperlinking, and the tag which is used in this is called as anchor tag A. This is A tag. This is how it is written. And tags may have the attributes. Now from this we are seeing some more detailed version of the tags. Text formatting tags, till they don't have any attribute for that, but yes, href is one of the attribute for the anchor tag. Now what is mean by attribute? It is simply the values which you will require for that respective tag to work. For example, anchor ka meaning है it should give the hyperlink, but hyperlink to what destination? That destination is nothing but the href. Okay, hyperlink reference. So the attribute value we need to pass, which should be in a double quote. So this is how the syntax is. Anchor tag space देके उसका attribute href is equal to, in double quote, the URL needs to be mentioned, or where you want your redirection to occur. Now that or that has to be associated with some text, because you see that blue line when you add any hyperlink in a Word document. So we see that text in blue color and underline form. So that text you can include, and then you can end your anchor tag. So here one example just I have shown, ki visit our website. And if I want ki user should click on this option and redirect to my own college website, so it can be the syntax or the code can be written like this. So anchor href is the attribute. The value which I'm passing to this href is nothing but the website URL. Okay. After passing this visit our website will be shown in a blue or hyperlinked manner. When user will click on it, it will redirect to the next page. Okay. Now, while this redirection, you must have witnessed कि there are two possibilities. One possibility, when you clicked on that option, you redirect in the same window. Browser के same tab में ही आप redirect होते हो. Or sometimes it may happen that you will redirect and that destination will open in a new window or new tab. So this is called as the way of opening that anchor tag or that destination. And this is there can be some what you can say the style which you can assign. And here comes your second attribute called as target. So target means what, where and how it should open. Suppose I write the target is equal to in double quote underscore blank. It means whatever your target is, it will open in a new window or new tab. Chrome, suppose it is there, it will open in a new window. Okay. If I want it should open in a same window, then I should use this underscore self. Okay. Now framing is the content which we'll cover further. Frame means what? एक कोई तो section आपके web page में like it is embedded, and there if you wish कि it should open, then you can use the value as parent. Okay, this is standard values, or you can say the uh, values associate needs to be associated to that attribute. Okay, if you want it should open in the end or it should open and span entire body section of your window, then you can use underscore top. So based on the visualization, okay, based on visualization, you can have these different attributes with you. Okay, just a minute. Okay, fine. Yeah. So we are seeing this. Yes. So the target attribute we were seeing. Target will specify how your particular that destination will open. Either it can be in a same window or different window, or in a parent frame, or in a full body section of any window. Okay. So based on you pass the values, आप जैसे values pass करें उसके accordingly there are two type of URL, absolute URL and relative URL. Okay, absolute URL is something it can be existing any other domain than your website, so it is absolute. For example, if I write it www.google.com, it is already existing different domain website. And if you want, just हमने example भी जो देखा था, it is of the same absolute URL type. Relative URL you can transfer within your own website, or you can move within your own website. For example, you have a structure like key, when you clicked on home tab, you have 2-3 options made available. 2-3 sub web pages are showing, and from that if you want that movement from one page to the other, then this type of options can be, or this href will be useful. Okay, so that example is nothing but relative URL. Relative URL means it is part of the same website. So you can give any path. Your web page may present in any folder. Like here the example is like CSS is one of the folder, and in that folder default.asp file is there. So I need to open that file. So this referencing style is called as relative URL way to mention or to include your href value in the anchor tag. Okay. So this is how your hyperlinking will be done. So if you see the progress is like we have seen ki how to have the text content in a one single page. Then we have seen if you have multiple pages with you, then how that association will work, means between one and second page or between many pages using the HREF. Okay. Now in third task, we will progress little bit ahead and we'll see ki how to add some interactive content other than text, like image, table, which adds some visibility to your web page. Okay, so first one is your image. So for image, your tag is img. That image tag will have many attributes assigned to it, because only image will not serve the purpose. When image is there, then many values or attributes should be there. What is the resolution, what is the size, how it should display, what is their pixel orientation. So all this can be covered through various attributes. Okay, so okay, can you unmute, can you mute ma'am, Pooja ma'am? Yeah, fine. So image is the tag which we can use for adding different image in your web page. So image is coming up with some attributes, like src is basic and important attribute in that. Source, it stands for source. What is the image, means where it is located. Okay, so if I write only like img underscore this dot jpg, it is nothing but the name of that image. Now it may happen that your image is present in any of the folder. Okay, so if I have the folder like img is one folder, and in that folder I have stored my images, so I can write img slash wo image ka naam. So a source is nothing but the exact source of your image, कि where it is located, उसका path और उसका location. Okay. Now second is which is optional, which the name of that attribute is alt or alternate. For example, many times we experience ki the internet speed is not good enough and image is not getting loaded. Or secondly, ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि image is too high in a resolution way and it is taking some time to load. In that case, you can have the alternative name to that image. और अगर वो load हुआ ही नहीं है, तो the user will see some name in place of that. So एक ऐसे क्रॉस दिखता है रेड में एंड उसका नाम डिस्प्ले होता है. So it is again a better practice to give relevant name, and it is useful in your search engine optimization. So if image is not getting loaded, have its name so that it can be viewed by the user in case it is not being loaded. और कभी कभी ऐसे भी हो सकता है कि suppose this source whatever you mention it is wrong, or somehow this image is being deleted from that source. So instead of that image, your text will be displayed. Okay, so just a backup kind of attribute you can say, but very useful in SEO, because every image, if you want to show your image result, आप Google पे जब search करते हो, so text we always find, but एक दूसरा option भी रहता है image वाला. So that image, how it will know कि the image is for this particular person or for this particular business. So your alt tab is only useful in that search engine. If image is not, so search engines are reading their alt name and accordingly showing the results on your web page. Okay. Now next important attributes in image are like size. What is their width and height? Okay. Now width and height you can mention in style attribute. So this, or either you can mention in a width and height as a separate attribute. So the difference also I will tell you what is the difference. This style attribute is something if you want to use CSS. अगर हमें cascading style sheet use करना है, we'll see further ki what is the use of that CSS. Then your style attribute will help you, and this is something inline way of including your CSS. Okay, so width, height in a pixel you can mention. Okay, alternatingly, if you want to mention in using HTML attributes, okay, CSS ke supporting is style, otherwise width and height is also acceptable, that you need to mention in double quote. And if you see one common thing, all attributes, their values or their whatever the value is, it needs to be mentioned in a double quote. Okay, जैसे source is suppose college.jpg, their alternating name, everything in a double quote. Okay, so this is how you can control on the size. So the next is like, if I don't include that width and height, then what will happen? So how much size my that image will take? It will take its original size. Okay, original size. If how you will come to know, right click करने के बाद जो properties में size दिखता है resolution का, so that size it will take by default. If you want to control that size, it should display in this aspect ratio only, then specify width and height. And it is always recommended कि you should have width and height defined. Okay, either through CSS style or through direct style. Okay, so it will help you in displaying the images in a proper shape in your on your web page. Okay, so important attributes for image are like width, height, and alt and source. Very important is source, or it is mandatory, you can say. All rest are optional. Alt, width, and height are optional. But if you add those, your content will look in a proper and visible way. Okay. Next important tag is your table. We generally show our information in a tabular form. So table is again one of the important tag made available by HTML. So table is the tag. So in anchor or this angle brackets, you write table. In between opening and closing, you have to mention the details of your table. Details means what? Row wise and column wise, or more specifically row wise, you have to define the values. Okay, see how we can code it. Suppose this is your output, actually first name, last name, age, and all this is your output. Before writing any or displaying any table, you should have the two things with you: how many rows are there and how many columns are there, and their values. Okay, so rows are defined or the represented by that tr tag. This is each table row. Okay, in every table there is one of the header tag or header row, so that will be defined by your th. Okay, and inside that particular respective cell, whatever data is present, it is defined by td. Okay, so tr, th, and td are important tags, or we can say attribute for this table tag. Okay, so this is how you can write a code for table. Forget for initial time period for this style, it is for CSS thing. Now if my first row is this first name, last name, and age, so I can write it like tr because it is a first row. So ये first row का content है, so it should cover in this first tr. So row wise, how many columns are there? 3. So first name, last name, and age you can mention. Now why I have written th? Because it is a first row and it is a heading row, so I can write there th, right? So tr is only used to represent the rows. There is no any row like or the tag like tc, table column. इनका full form can be like tr means table row, th table heading, td table data. Okay, so table heading first है जो bold में generally display करते हैं हम. Okay, so that can be, if anyone wants कि my first row should not be bold, then what we can do, instead of th use td. So आपका normal जो font है उसमें वो display होगा. Okay. Similarly, we have written the code for tr, means that is second row. If you see this Jill, Smith, and all, so this is how your rows can be added, and finally your output will be like this. Now when this is very raw and basic form of table. When I write this type of code, then it will span entire web page. So जितना मेरा width होगा ना मेरे web page का, तो वो entire web page ये span करेगा, and it will look like this. So no any proper alignment. If it is a TH, then by default it is centeredly aligned, and if it is a TD, by default it is left side aligned. Okay. Now in between, if I want some decoration, means like I want to add the borders, some rows I want to highlight, some rows I don't want to highlight, or I want to combine some of the rows, or I want to combine some of the columns. So ये सारे variations है, all those are possible with CSS. Okay, so again slowly I am telling you the difference or the importance. I will not tell it is as a difference, it is the importance of your CSS. So HTML, with HTML you get a raw content, with CSS you will beautify that content, how it looks. Now this table is not looking good, but this is looking good because I have added the borders in between. Okay, so how it is possible with CSS? Like again, style is the tag for CSS. So table tstd जो भी मेरे tags है उसको border apply करो of 1 pixel as a border width. You can change this. Solid black is something the way of writing. You have n number of styles available. So whatever border styles are there supported by CSS, so it is a border is one of the property. So now writing CSS is different. If you see a style and ending style, इसमें जो मैंने लिखा it is nothing but the CSS. So border, or like many properties are there for this. So, or I can define the properties as well. It is not something it is by default it has to be used, but I can have such properties. Okay. Now this 100% is something it will span entire width. So width I can control. I may have 50%, means web page के width के 50%. Okay, web page के width के 100% means entire. So like that you can control on width also. You can control on all others data also. Okay, so again CSS will be useful. So this CSS and previous जो example हमने देखा था वो थोड़ा सा अलग है in terms of including CSS code. Okay, so that we will cover in 4th task. Okay, but just a reference key, we can beautify the content using CSS. Okay, now one more important aspect in your this HTML is your frame. Okay, you can embed or you can show the content in some frame wise manner. Okay, so like you can embed the YouTube videos. So generally iframe is used. Okay, so same thing. So YouTube videos, currently you will get the ready-made code to embed it in a web page. But if I want to code it from my own, okay, अगर मुझे किसी web page को मेरे web page में embed करना है, so this type of iframe tag can be used. Okay, so how it works? Iframe is the tag opening and closing, and it is again having a source as one of the important attribute. Okay, so source is nothing but जिस page को मुझे embed करना है, that page. So here in this example, ये HTML iframe नाम का एक पेज है जो डॉटेड से मैंने उसको हाईलाइट किया है, एंड ये जो है दिस पेज डिस्प्लेड इन एन इन iframe, इट इज अदर पेज. सो ऐसे दो HTML पेजेस है मेरे पास, एंड दैट आई हैव इंक्लूडेड इन ईच अदर. ओके, सो यू अगेन iframe का जो इंपॉर्टेंट एट्रीब्यूट इज सोर्स. सो यू कैन गिव दैट URL, okay, and title for that and other things. Okay, so just see the example here. So here I have taken, so demo iframe is one of these. For example, my HTML file, uska height width I can control. If not, it will span entire width. अगर मैंने खुद से कुछ height width नहीं दिया, it will span entire width. Okay, title is optional, all other things are option. Height width is also optional. Important is your source. So framing is what? Including the frame in your web page is being possible with iframe as a tag. Okay, so up to this, if you see, we have covered text part, then some of the image, table, frame, that kind of part. Okay, now we will move to the CSS. With this, what we have now, we can have only the raw representation of the content on a web page. But it is something like if I want to give an example, a person with and without makeup. So without makeup is HTML and with makeup is CSS. So the base will be same, HTML का ही रहेगा, but CSS will add more beautification to your page. So many effects, many coloring effects or representation effects is possible with your cascading style sheets. Okay, and that's why the name is accordingly. But how you should write that code is again possible in a 3 way. So quickly we'll focus on that. First way is inline. So inline means what, एक कोई तो element है मेरे tag का, उसी element के लिए मुझे वो style चाहिए, तो it is inline CSS. Okay, internal is being something which I can include in a head part. हेड सेक्शन जो है अपने HTML फाइल का, इसका मतलब है आई कैन यूज दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टाइल फॉर n नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स इन द सेम वेब पेज. ओके, सो हेड सेक्शन में एक बार मैंने डाल दिया तो नीचे सपोज उसके अकॉर्ड उसको मैच होने, जैसे मेरे पास 5 एलिमेंट है तो ऑल 5 एलिमेंट्स के लिए वो वन एट ए टाइम अप्लाई होगा. सो इनलाइन में अगर वैसे नहीं, इनलाइन में मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, फॉर ऑल 5 एलिमेंट्स आई नीड टू राइट इट 5 टाइम्स. बट इंटरनल से क्या होता है, इंटरनल से आई कैन अप्लाई टू ऑल सिमिलर एलिमेंट्स वन एट ए टाइम. एक्सटर्नल इज मोर एडवांस देन दैट. एक्सटर्नल इज लाइक आई कैन हैव सेपरेट CSS फाइल, क्योंकि CSS का सिंटैक्स इज डिफरेंट. जैसे अभी हमने देखा था कि स्टाइल इज द एंकर टैग, या वो सॉरी स्टाइल इज इन योर एंगल ब्रैकेट एंड इन बिटवीन सम कर्ली ब्रैकेट में आपको कोड लिखना पड़ता है. Okay, so external is what, all CSS code combined together, no any head, no any body section of HTML, only CSS source. If I store in a one file and save it with some extension called as CSS only, so it can be like style.css. Generally this file present in all the website. So I can include all CSS element in that file and import that file or include that file in my web page. So that जितने भी elements होंगे मेरे entire web page में, all will have that effect. Okay, so one by one we'll see the example. Inline CSS का example है. So ये मेरा element है, कौन सा, H1 का, very one or basic element. Okay, if I want कि ये H1 जो ये है ना blue heading, इसका ही color सिर्फ blue चाहिए, then I can write the style as color should be blue. So style is equal to double quote में उसका color. Now if you see, can I mention font size? Yes, right. Font size आपका जो भी font size है वो. Font type, yes, you can mention font type. So all possible text formatting can be done for this individual element. Similarly जैसे दूसरा element है ये paragraph, वो red में चाहिए, तो मैंने उसका CSS अप्लाई किया है like this. Okay, so this is an example of inline. बट व्हाट इज द डिफिकल्टी कि जितने भी एलिमेंट्स आएंगे, क्योंकि हमारे वेब पेज में इतना छोटा कंटेंट तो नहीं होता, वी हैव मेनी कंटेंट और टू मच कंटेंट अवेलेबल, सो एवरी टाइम वी नीड टू राइट दैट स्टाइल. सो बेटर गो फॉर इंटरनल. सो इंटरनल में क्या है, ये जो हेड सेक्शन है अपना, उसमें ही स्टाइल टैग के अंदर आई विल राइट द डिफरेंट स्टाइल्स. सो कैसे लिखते हैं हम वो, बॉडी फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बॉडी एक टैग है मेरा. सो मेरे एंटायर वेब पेज में जहां पे भी बॉडी आएगा उसका बैकग्राउंड कलर शुड बी दिस पाउडर ब्लू. ये मैंने स्टाइल उसको अप्लाई किया. सो इफ यू सी द आउटपुट इज लाइक दिस. ओके, H1 जहां पे भी होगा मेरे वेब पेज में उसका कलर शुड बी ब्लू. सो मैंने सपोज यहाँ पे एक लाइन है, दिस इज हेडिंग, मैंने और 4 जगह पे मेरा H1 यूज किया है टैग, तो एवरीवेयर द कलर विल बी ब्लू. सो मुझे हर टाइम वहां पे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, लाइक आई एम डूइंग इन इनलाइन. Okay, so this is the difference. So this is how your internal CSS will work. In the same web page, you can include the style tag in head section. This is your internal CSS. One more way is external. External means what? Style.css नाम का फाइल ही अलग बनाओ. If you see ये जो style tag है ना अपना, इसके बीच जो कोड है वही मैंने separately copy किया and I have written or store in a separate CSS file. And that file I am including in this head section. Okay, so वो कैसे include करते हैं, using href only, जैसे हमने अभी देखा था वो same. And link is the tag, linking. So I am linking my style.css to my web page. Okay, so this is how your hyperlinking that hyperlinking is different, href different, and you are including the style.css in your html file. Okay, this and this is same. आपको output wise दोनों भी same ही है, लेकिन the way of including and writing the css is different. So now the final question will be which one is good, whether inline is good, internal is good, or external is good. So my answer will be based on the situation. Sometimes what happens now, for example, here H1, I may have H1 10 times in my web page, but I don't want all H1 to be of blue color. Then what I should prefer? I can have external CSS as well as for that respective one to जहाँ पे मुझे different color चाहिए, I may have inline CSS. So it's better, as per my personal opinion, the external CSS is useful because one at a time you can change the orientation and so it will reduce your code. Redundancy effect आपका कम करता है. So external CSS is always preferable, but yes, you can have the hybrid combination. External plus inline plus internal, you have that combination, and that is only going to work. No any specific individual CSS will give you the final best outcome. Okay, so this is how your CSS is working. Till this time in this 4 tasks, what I tried to do, with this in this 4 tasks, you are now able to design your own website if you have the content available with you. Okay, मैं आपको वो कैसे फाइल ये करना है वो भी दिखाता हूँ. So now web pages can be available with you. You can have hyperlinking in between, hyper reference, css, everything can be applied. Okay, now to proceed further, and जो कल का सेशन है, कल के सेशन में जो उसका थोड़ा सा बेसिक मैं यहाँ पे कनेक्ट करके देता हूँ विद इन 5 minutes, एंड देन आई कैन कम बैक टू द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द वेब दैट फाइल एंड सोर्स कोड. ओके, सो एवरी वेबसाइट यू मस्ट हैव सीन द फॉर्म्स. ओके, सो अभी तक जितना भी डेटा हमने देखा ना वो स्टैटिक डेटा था. Okay, कि आप खुद डेटा डाल रहे हो, इट इज ओनली विजिबल, यूजर विल ओनली रीड, ज्यादा से ज्यादा वो इमेज को क्लिक कर सकता है, जूम इन जूम आउट ऐसे कुछ तो कर सकता है, right? But apart from that, if you want to make your what you can say website interactable, then you should accept something from the user, like in terms of forms it is possible. So this is one small example of form. Tomorrow we'll start with the same using Java, because all validation and the background scripting and all, it is possible in JavaScript. Okay, so form का जो front face है, okay, उसको हम बोल सकते हैं कि how it should look in field wise or title wise, it is possible in HTML. Okay, so whatever your form are, they are having or they are associated with some actions. Okay, so form पे this is how your button is there, so you can include the button, and all those buttons are having some action. So click is one of the action, or mouse over is some action. So all these actions can be performed well with your scripting, Java scripting. But this first name display, this text display, or this last name text display is possible, or this submit as a name display, it is possible with this HTML. Okay, title and all can be like H1 to S6, any heading you can use, and you may have this. So whatever different thing you are able to see here, F name or this L name or this submit, these are nothing but the values for this label. So the label, value, then action, all this will be covered in tomorrow's session of JavaScript. Okay, so this is just a connecting link key how we are starting the tomorrow's session, which will entirely focused on scripting. Okay, JavaScript and all, where you will be able to make your website dynamic or interactive, some communication between the user and the your web page is possible. Okay, so this is how the entire content is. So only last point I just want to cover key how you can, let me share my screen again with this. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. So whatever we have seen, so where it should be coded, basic question ki where it should be. So you can open a notepad file. File extension for all the HTML is like .html or .htm. From HTML5 it is both the extensions are supported. You will write your code like this. Okay, आप यहाँ पे ऐसे कोड लिख सकते हो. This is just sample जो हमने first slide में देखा था. While save you can save it like मैं desktop पे उसको save करता हूँ. For example my name is index. Okay, and while saving you select this formatting of hypertext like this hypertext markup language file so that it will be recognized as a HTML file source wise. If you save it as a text, though the extension is HTML, it will not work. Okay, so if you save it, now it will look. I have to share entire screen only, I think. Yes. Okay, so it will look like this index. Okay, जो भी आपका डिफॉल्ट ब्राउजर होगा उसके अकॉर्डिंगली वो दिखेगा. जस्ट डबल क्लिक ऑन इट. So this is your web page. Okay, whatever changes you will do in that, so those will get updated. So heading जो मैंने आपको बोला था, यहाँ पे अपने कोड में हमने जो टाइटल है, हेड सेक्शन में जो टाइटल है, this is only visible. ये है आपका टाइटल. So this is important aspect in your any web page. So if I want to change it, so see if title is important, for example, I will make it like this. Save the file and just double click and open it in a Chrome. Okay. So my title is being changed. So this is how you can just edit your source file and have seen those effect in a local browser. So whatever this is, it is nothing but we are locally testing all the files. File extension is .html or .htm. Both will work. Okay, so this is how we can work on HTML and CSS part. So that's it from my side for today. So tomorrow we will continue with the JavaScript and the further things. So the forum is open for discussion. If you have any doubt or queries, I'm happy to answer. Thank you.